Hello, hope everyone is well. Let's just see everything is working before we go into full-on spiels and introductions and all of that. Now, that does appear to work, but just let's see if our camera is the right way and all of that. Hello, Bev. Hope you are well today. Yes, everything's working. Woohoo! 2 days in a row. I am here to do some crafting today. For those of you who I've not met before, my name is Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And I love that you guys are here either live or on the replay to hang out with me and have some crafty fun. So yesterday, if you missed yesterday's video, I did an unboxing video for the upcoming September to December mini catalogue and the September online exclusives. I did also buy a few other random things as well that I needed. Now, part of that order was as one of the Stampin' Up! Monthly kits. Yeah, you can close the door. Sorry, Owen's just closing the door. Because I'm being too loud while he's gaming.
Just in case.
Okay. Perfect. All closed. We are now all by ourselves and I don't need to hear him exclaiming at his game. It kind of goes both ways. So the August kit that I purchased, we have 3 kits this month. We have an autumn garland, we have some bouquet thank you cards, and we have the Brighten Your Day kit. So this is a kit I decided to get. I love the colours. I'm going to get up a bit closer than normal. They're very hard to photograph because they're so light. So we have a purple, a blue and a neutral colour. So I have not opened this. So we are going to unbox this and make at least 3 cards. What else do I have to tell you? We have an in-colour sale this month, so 15% off the 2025 to 2027 in-colours, which is Cloud Cover, Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger and Secret Sea. So anything with those colours in it, excluding the month by month album retreat kit, which you can still purchase, but that is not a part of the sale. And there was something else this month. Oh, we have had our last chance list, which is our products that are going to retire and have discounts on them. That was updated a few days ago. And hello, Miss Cindy, how are you? I swear there is one other thing that is happening in the Stampin' Up! World. And I'm going on the Stampin' Up! Website because I'm not normally live on a Friday and my Friday brain is not working. Last chance for, I was able to pre-order things. That was the other thing, but so new kits, last chance products and the in-colour sale. Okay. Yes, they are the 3 things. Whew, I wasn't big time forgetting anything. So I always keep my kit box at hand because once I open the kit, I'll be putting the kit back in here, just open. So these are great. These are great storage boxes. If I'm crafting on the go, I will grab an empty box, pop all the things I need, have a pencil case with tools, and I'm ready to craft anywhere because this is also a really hard crafting surface. So I can stamp on these boxes and everything. It works so well. So let me get back to comments. I will flip around and we will start with the Brighten Your Day kit. Okay, just let me do that. Perfect. Get you in the stand. So is this a kit that tickled people's fancy? Because I think it's such a soft and pretty kit. I should not be frozen now, Bev. I was just turning around my camera and trying not to give you guys headaches. But hopefully I am fine. Am I okay? Thumbs up if I'm okay. I will go and grab the lights and I'll be back. Whoop, wrong one. Not very often I do that. I'm just going to type in the comments, am I unfrozen? Hello, Anne, how are you? Oh, just made a coffee. You do have an excuse to watch. I love that. Okay, so, can you see and hear me? Oh, back again. Awesome. Oh, not me, hear me. Oh my dear word. Okay, I'm just going to change that chat to live chat so I don't miss anyone's comments. I have my scissors here ready to open. So I can see we have some twine, we have some glue dots, which unfortunately I don't use. I find them a little bit too finicky for me to use, so I substitute my favorite adhesives depending on what the need is. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Bev. Okay, take the plastic off. So we have all some vanilla twine here, and I'm just going to cut this open as well. I don't do Ziploc bags, so that is just going to be open there. Same with the adhesives. We also get some foam adhesive here and open those up, which is amazing. Great. So there is no other plastic. But before we get to the other supplies, I'm going to have a look at the instructions, because I don't always follow the instructions. They're there as a guide. Yeah. So if I can pick this up. So that is a look at the 3 different projects. This is a non-stamping kit. So everything is printed. It gives me a step-by-step guide. So these die cuts are not pre-adhesived. So it gives me nice clear instructions. It even tells me where to put the adhesive. I love that. So, and there that tells you the products you will need for each project. Okay, so on the back it tells me the colours. So we have Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather for our purple card. We have Lost Lagoon and Balmy Blue for our blue card, and our neutral card is Pecan Pie and Basic Beige. So we are making 3 cards of each design. That's what's in the box. And Stampin' Up already do have their step-by-step video. I did see that pop up on my notifications. Have I watched it? No. Okay, we get a nice sturdy piece of chipboard here, so everything is safe in transit. I just popped that on the bottom of my box. So these are separated by tissue paper, which is great. So this is one of the die cuts. This is, oh no, that's just got tissue paper between each. And these are our other 2 die cuts. I love that, so they don't get all caught in one another. Okay. Oh, that is super soft card base. Now, this is printed on both sides. And if you've been around me for a little bit, you know exactly what that means. That means this card base is getting cut in half so I can use the other card base for something else. But we don't get many extra bits and bobs in this kit, so I may not do that. But that is our basic beige. We have our pre-printed sentiments. So we have different languages. So we have the one card or one set of cards on one sheet here, which I quite like. Okay, the next set of cards. Oh, I have two here. So this is our purple, loving that background. See, we can get choice. We can go more pink or we can go more purple. And we have our Lost Lagoon and Balmy Blue. See, it's more Balmy Blue here and more Lost Lagoon. And these card bases are actually textured like watercolor paper. They're not like that on the inside, but the outside it's textured like watercolor paper. I'm not sure. Yeah, it kind of shows up. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Whether I'm making one of each, whether I'm making all of them, I'm not sure. Now, the envelopes. If I did decide to cut these card bases up, which I don't think I'm going to do, well, do you know, I could, because I could also use the envelopes as designer series paper and pop them on here. So I have shown that before in my kit videos. So tell me what you want me to do. I might go through and make them as is, and I can always come back another day and do some alternatives, which would be using the envelopes. So I've got leaves on the blue envelope and we have ferns on the neutral envelope. So I like that. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 and just make them as is. I think my brain will cope a little better with that today. I don't know why I cut them. Bev says I'll cut them in the next video, okay? I promise. So I need a sheet of these, 1, 2, 3. Great. So we can put these back. So I will need one bird, and I think I will keep that as is. And then we need one sheet of this. I love the tissue paper in between the layers. I really, really do. And I'm actually going to put that tissue paper on the back. Okay, great, done, beautiful. Except I do need that. And my twine is just off to the side. So I have popped everything back in the box. I have one of each. I have those. I have this. Am I going to use glue dots today? I probably will, because that will make it nice and... I don't know if I'll use glue dots or if I will use my Tombow glue, but I will have them both just off to the side, and I'm going to start in the most logical place and score my card bases. So for all of us who do not live in North America, these are not our normal standard size card. So these card bases are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is the North American standard size card. For the rest of us, we use an A4 card base, and our card bases are well, the folded card is 10.5 centimeters by 14.85. So just a little bit of difference. Ours are a little taller and a little thinner. So that is pretty much the difference. Okay, they are all folded. Got that. Oh, what I need to do. Oh, look at that. It's right there for me. I thought I may struggle to find the end of the vanilla baker's twine, but I didn't. Okay, instructions. Let's start at the start, and my favorite, the purple. So we are going to, I'm just going to pop them in the box for the moment, and the bird as well. So we are going to need our flower, and I'm going to have to be extra careful popping this out because this is actually quite delicate. So I just want to give all of those leaves a little extra support when I am doing this, although it's coming out beautifully, but I really would hate to rip anything on the way through. So just, oh, yep, that's all done. So that's half of it done. So there are just little paper. Oh, there we go. And we're done. That was easy. Okay. And this card base, these two can go back in the box. And we just have what we need for the moment. So this just goes in the corner like that. Beautiful. I love, you can see all the color through it. And I think this comes through, oh, maybe I'm upside down. Do we like, I think, do we like the color at the bottom, or well, they're both on the bottom. I think I do like the side that they used for this. So just let me make sure I'm opening the card the correct way, because I did do that the other week and I only realized when I went to take a photo of the card and went, oh dear. Okay, so I am going to get a silicone mat, which is a wonderful staple to have. So this is just so glue does not go everywhere. So I'm thinking teeny tiny dots of glue kind of everywhere. Otherwise, bits are going to... great, that's working really nicely straight up. So I just want to get especially the edges and the more delicate leaves. Just a little bit there. Just go around. It doesn't take long. I just want to kind of get the edges of those flower stems as well. Okay, so this is where we hope and pray. Now, I think, oh, thank you for not falling glue side down. Okay, this isn't perfect by any means, but it is on the card. Now, my biggest tip is get something heavy, pop it on there, and we will move on to the sentiment. So we're going to let that glue adhere. If you use glue dots, you can go ahead straight away and that is all dry, but I didn't do that. So hoping this brightens your day. That is actually a very good all occasions It's like saying thinking of you. Okay, so we need our dimensionals, and it tells me to put 4 on. And I know why, but 4 seems excessive, but we're going to try it and see how we go. And then 1 here. Another very handy thing to have in your toolbox, especially when, whoops, sorry about that, especially when making up a kit, is our take your pick tool, and I do have the crafter's tips on here. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad I am in some minority and people prefer Tombow as well. I didn't need the wiggle room, but I appreciated it. Okay, I have just dropped 2 dimensional backings on the floor. Now, it does tell you exactly how much of this you need. Do I listen to that? No. I just do it off the roll and kind of just go for it. Can we please just oh, do you want to know why? Because that didn't come off. Gotta do it every time. Right. Stick, loop. Just want to make a thinner loop here. That's nice enough. And then we are going to loop again. Oh, that didn't really work. It's okay. I'm just going to pull that off here and just try and pop it on there. Actually, that worked perfectly. Exactly what I wanted. And the backing is not off that one. So I didn't drop the backings. They just didn't actually come off. You're okay. I did that earlier in the chat. I wrote ear instead of here. So you're in good company, Anne. Okay. Oh, isn't that pretty? Just a couple of little loops. And maybe I should be using my scissors I reserve for ribbon, but that's okay. So let's get our card back. Just going to pop that off to the side. Where also I'm putting this down here. Okay, I can do that. So kind of touching all of the flowers. So what I tend to do is pop 1 dimensional down and then straighten it up as best as I can. And would you believe that is card 1 done? I can tell you now, I desperately want to put some embellishments on this, and they should be at the front because I almost used them the other day. These are our iridescent faceted gems. I am just going to check that they are still available. And I'm just going to Stampin' Up and putting in faceted in the search, and they are still available. These are actually on the last chance list. Oh, now that makes me sad because these are gorgeous. So I can't not embellish this card with these because look at them. They're all blue and purple. So I only have one size. I know I have a brand new, a whole brand new set of these, but let's just use what we've got here. It doesn't really matter, but I have just used 3. And I think they just finish that perfectly. Okay, let me come back to our chat. Oh, you can see the texture of the card base. Perfect, Bev. And it's not just a printed texture. You can actually feel it. So sometimes there can be a printed texture, but no, this is the real deal texture. Okay, which card base is next? So I think we've got the blue, and I think that's next in our instructions. So the Lost Lagoon and the Balmy Blue. Okay, so I think, yes, so we're going this way. So this is a portrait card. We are going to be using our birds. Once again, releasing this. Oh, this is just releasing like a dream, but yours may not. So please just make sure you are being delicate with it and not rushing things, because I've ripped stuff in the past. But that just comes off like a dream. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that. We need, I'll come back with a little note. I will just come here, I bring back my silica mat, turn, which way do our birds actually go? Okay, our birds go that way, so I just want to flip this over, bring back in my Tombow glue, just put some dotty dots around, because I'd prefer not to have the recipient or myself get this caught and ruin the card by ripping it. Okay, so now card base, I've got this here, so now I'm just going to flip this over. I can hold on to the bird's head here and pop that like, on a bit of an angle, like so. It didn't fit before because I was putting it on way too straight. So I do have some glue in places I'm not happy with. I will carefully use my, and this is something, we don't have a Stampin' Up, it is an adhesive eraser. So I will have that there to remind myself to do that. So just a little note, and swap that out for my instructions. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're putting our dimensionals in a different way. So it's saying 1 top, 1 bottom, 1 top, 1 bottom, and 2 side to side to stick our twine to. So that's nice and easy. If this disentangles from my finger. So I am going to leave the backing on these two and just have these two without the backing. I think that's going to make life better. And I'm actually going to pull out my ribbon scissors as well. So learn from our past mistakes and let's do this. So I'm mostly doing the instructions, and what I might show you, because I can see we're probably going to get through this super fast for me anyway. So what I want to do is show you how to cut up an envelope. Okay, there we go, and I'll loop this side. Let me get there and back. over here, ribbon, scissors. So I don't think my loops are as long as what they did in here, but that's fine. It just is what it is. Okay, so these two backings off now. And where am I putting it? I'm putting it over this greenery here. So right here. I think that is straight. Now, I think I want to add more of these. So let's see how we go. I just can't help myself today. So I'm not putting them on the sentiment. You could definitely do that there. Oh, maybe I do. Well, one just there, and then I'll put one beyond, just over here. So just a little touch of bling because I can. But the bling doesn't come with the set. Okay, so I said I was going to use a little bit of adhesive remover. So I can see where it is shiny. So I'm trying not to touch the die cut at all because not everything is actually adhered down perfectly. So we just want to go gently and try and just get majority of it off, because you can see the sheen. That's kind of the point. I could see the sheen. There you go. Oh, I can see that there, but I just want to get a good corner just to... I almost try to go in one direction. Okay, that's good. I got that. That's within the leaf. I do just have a couple of... Oh, damn. Okay. I think I got majority of it. So, even if we get glue where we don't want it, it definitely is fixable. So, it's card number 2. Yes, and absolutely. Bling for the win. Okay, for some reason. Right, that's good. Card 2, and now we are using our lovely fern piece. So, this is so very delicate. Sorry for that big sigh, just concentrating, I suppose. Okay, I just need to get this piece out. There we go. Okay, these bits here aren't quite disengaged. There we go. Oh, that piece came off really, really easily. Just one last piece and just very carefully wiggle it, and that is done. Wonderful. Okay, pop these sentiments back. Now, instructions for this. So we are keeping it on the darker side, so we have some contrast, And we want to right, this one we're going to need some precision. So you can see where they're saying they want the dots. I want the dots in so many more places than what the instructions are telling us. Okay, so right, glue. Teeny tiny micro dots is what we are after. Come on, please. Or it's not going to suck back in. That's okay. I can use that as a place to harvest our glue from, because we only want these micro dots. Okay. Just going to go around clockwise. Okay, I've kind of run out of glue now. I do just want to concentrate on these outside kind of pieces, because these are the ones that can cause rips, like ripping off part of our fern edges. So we definitely don't want that. And I've just grabbed a couple of pieces on the inside. Okay, so take that away, bring this here, and if I get some glue on my hands, that is okay. Oh my God, how did I get that down so very well? I'm very thankful for the wiggle room. Very thankful indeed. Okay, I'm happy with that placement. Pop my large clear block on it. Take our You Make This World a Better Place. Can think of a lot of people to give this to. Now this one, I am not going to put the iridescent rhinestones on. Sorry, iridescent faceted gems, but I am going to grab some of the antique pearls because they will just go perfectly together. Okay, so we are doing the same formation as last time. Well, not last time, the other landscape one that we had. Okay, let's see if I can get this a little better this time. Okay, so one there, one here, that's better, and one up here, and then one diagonally down a little bit more. Much better, like that. Okay. Okay, they are all off. I can see that shine, and I definitely will get my fingers stuck in them if I put my finger in them. Okay, so we want to go here, and then kind of don't like that, but that's okay. I can always trim the ends as required, so I'm not worried if the tails are too big. And one here, and then back through here. One loop's bigger than the other. Oh well. Thank you, Bev. They were the next embellishment in my flicking, and I went, oh, that'll work nicely. Okay, and it goes with the vanilla as well. Okay, instructions. Take this block away. Actually, that can almost go back where it goes. Now, I do have a little leaf here that needs a little bit extra glue, but I can do that. I'll even show you a cool way to do it. See, I should have used smaller loops because now this is going off the edge of the card, but that's okay. So I'm going to grab back a piece of our scrap paper, okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the corner, and then what I'm going to do is spread that glue under the leaf. And see, that is glued down, and I still have some glue there, and I'm going to do this leaf as well. Everything else seems great except for those two, and they are now fixed. There is a little bit dimension here through the middle, but everything else is stuck down. Okay, do pearls, and we've finished the original cards. I am going to show you how I cut up an envelope, and then next time when I pull out this kit, I can show you, I can show you how I can use that with one of the card bases. Okay. Can we just decide how we're going to go? Thank you. So these antique pearls do have three sizes, so I'm taking full advantage of the sizing here and using 3 in a diagonal line on roughly on the same line as the twine. Okay, pop this back in here, and I'm going to do the same one. And do you know what, I'm going to grab my pen and go LC here, because that is last chance. And pop. Can I can. There we go. That took a lot more effort than what it should have. Okay, so I'll show you this one closer up. So this was our fern. Did just need a little bit more thoughtfulness where we were putting the glue, but I was able to save those couple of leaves that were missing. Okay, so I can put the instructions away because now I'm going to go rogue. And I'm just going to bring in my box here, grab a random envelope, which happens to be a purple one, because you know purple's my favorite color. Not that I'm wearing a lot of purple this winter. I did the other day. I wore a purple shirt to work. Okay, just let me put all of our little bits and bobs away so they don't run away. Silicone mat can go away. Take your pick tool, put the lid on the glue, do all the housekeeping things just for a second here, just to also create room for the trimmer. We didn't use the glue dots, but they were there just in case. Do not need the bone folder, and I shouldn't need my scissors, and this can go away. Oh, and my ribbon scissors. Okay, now just let me take a little swig of water. It helps if the bottle's open. Okay, so what I concentrate on first is opening up the envelope. So to do that, I take the very edge, and I'll just need just the very edge to my trimmer, and I take off like next to nothing. So I just take off the tiniest slither. Do you know what? That doesn't even want to open. Let's take 2 on that. I don't think the blade was in there properly. I think I'd knocked one edge out. Take 2. Okay. There we go. That sounds much better. Well, almost. This bottom end doesn't like me, so I'm just going to take a little bit more. Let me see if that is now open all the way. So now I'm just going to flip around and do the other side. That sounded like a cut, and I took about the same size amount. Okay, so the open envelope is like so. So we've got that beautiful floral, but because we have this score line here, I'm going to cut this into 3 pieces. Okay, so just cut along those score lines. So we have our front flap, or our front part where we'd write who this is to. I have my flap. Now we do need to do a bit more work on this back piece because we have extra pieces of paper and all the things. So generally what I do is cut this piece off, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to straighten up this edge as well, because you can see the envelope does angle in. So just straighten. Oh, that didn't straighten it up all the way. That's okay. Go again. Better to take smaller pieces than to take lots of large pieces out and then be left with nothing. Now, the thing is, we can, and I'll just remove that. It was a little bit of adhesive. So I can leave this up as a curve, or I can straighten this up completely. And I think I want to straighten this up, at least this time, completely. Okay, I need to take a little bit more there. There we go. So I have these panels that are ready to use. So these panels are great just to add a sentiment to, some simple embellishing. We don't have a stamp set that came with the kit, so we will have to go into, yes, the envelope is textured too as well, Bev. The inside isn't. I don't know how they got it like this, but I love it. It's great to hold on to. So definitely a simple sentiment, some embellishments, because we don't have any stamps with this set. So we're grabbing stuff out of our stash that we can quite easily add to this. So actually what I might do with this one, I won't put the card together. Maybe I will. How are we going for time? We're not even been on an hour. So look at us go. I want a fairly hefty sentiment, and that is something I am somewhat lacking So I have the time to celebrate. So this is a favorite. The time to celebrate. I don't know. That is, well, if I put it down here connected, it's not too bad. I'm not sure this one is the right font, the Layered Thoughts. I could put together wishing you a happy birthday, but once again, it's maybe not quite as big as what we would like. Let's have a look. Oh, I keep on forgetting to give that stamp back to my downline. I have 2 wishing stamps. One of them belongs to my my friend. The wishing. Actually, that is a lovely size. Wishing you all the best. No, that's not what I want. Wishing you a happy birthday. So, oh, I like that. And that just nests in beautifully there. And then we can use both the Fresh Freesia and the Highland Heather. Oh, let's do that. So, Delightful Wishes stamp set. I keep on getting hot and cold. Hello, Margine. Yes, I have already made the 3 cards. I've just cut up an envelope and we're basically stamping a card front and seeing what it looks like. So I think I'll do the wishing in Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, because they're the 2 colours on the envelope. Okay. Highland Heather and then Fresh Freesia for you a happy birthday. Imagine if you went up to someone and said, you a happy birthday. They'd look at us totally weirdly. But anyway. Did you get your order today, Margine, or it wasn't due today? Okay, we are just going for it. Now, you can kind of see the texture. So I did kind of think that, that we've got this texture in the card. Oh, that is not straight. I'm going to show you a little tip here, and that ink is taking a little while to dry. So I'm going to show you this tip. I need a ruler. So because this is straight, what I like to do, I've grabbed 2 rulers. I only needed one, and then there's another time where I can't find a ruler at all. Okay, so what I do is I basically push up the sentiment along the edge of the ruler. Then I didn't pick that up well. It's still not straight. It's not loving me. Oh, no order. I haven't received a shipping notice. Okay. Can you imagine how many of us actually pre-ordered the other day? Okay, so I kind of make sure and pull it back so it's stuck along that edge. That is perfectly straight. So I put it there, push it back so it's along the edge, and then we know that it is straight. I can see that it's straight because it definitely wasn't straight before. Our wishing is now dry. As I said, took a few minutes. Oh, that looks so pretty once again, because of the type of cardstock they've created for these. It is just going to take a while. And what I actually did, I inverted the colours. So this was the Highland Heather down here, and I've put the Highland Heather up here, Fresh Freesia up there, and the Fresh Freesia at the bottom. So this is definitely going to need some bling. So I'm going back to that. Do you know what? I need to work out the sizing of this before we go anywhere, because I have a feeling this envelope is an odd sizing. So before we go any further, okay. Oh, I'm glad you like that, Anne. I use it when I need to. It's not always something I use all the time. Okay, so this is actually 11, so I want to take 1/2 centimetre off each end. So then I'm not, oh, that only, just let me have a look at it on the screen, because it's just going to make sense, and I'm a few seconds behind. Yeah, I think taking it off the bottom has kind of evened it up. So let's have a look here. Width is perfection. It was just the height that was a bit off. Woohoo! Okay, so let's see if Fresh Freesia, I think Fresh Freesia is marginally closer to me. Just let me check here, because they're right next to each other where I need them to be. Do you think I can grab Highland Heather? Because I do have one here. So we did use that the other day. Oh, okay. I do need to trim that down a little more. Okay. And so that is the Highland Heather. And then this is the Fresh Freesia. I think the Highland Heather's a little more grounding. But let me just trim this down a little bit more, because it's actually 10.5, not 10. So just another tinsy bit. Well, that is a 1/2 centimetre off the bottom. Okay. And we've got to remember these are thinner. So these are really quite thin and flimsy pieces. So we don't want to go putting them up on dimensionals or adding too much tiz to it. So that is Fresh Freesia. I think David just got home. I can hear lots of crashing and banging. And this is the Highland Heather. I don't know which one I like. I know which embellishments I'm using. That's a no-brainer. But I'm not sure which one I like. You like the Highland Heather. Hey, Nicole, long time no see. I've missed you. Please tell us how you are, Nicole. Nicole is a regular who became a bit irregular. Okay, everyone's saying Highland Heather. My brain was going towards Highland Heather. So I need that bone folder back. I said I was finished with it, but apparently I lied. Okay, I am going to embellish this card, and I will leave the video here. So I've made one alternative, and then another time I will come back and I will use one of the card bases as an alternative card as well. So I've still got two pieces of the envelope to use, which is fun. Come on. I think I'm going to get glue goober very soon. Maybe don't squeeze too hard. Okay. I must remember. Actually, I think the glue goober is like right there on the end. And I just got it. Okay. Now, let's place this down as best as we can. And then we should have some slight wiggle room. Oh, more wiggle room than what I thought, actually. More wiggle from the glue, I mean. Okay, that's great. This end is, just need to push that down. I think we're good. Okay, embellishments. I'm getting a few of the tools I already put away, getting them out again, but that's okay. So, stamp set that we used for the sentiment, Delightful Wishes, used the envelope from the Brighten Your Day kit, and this is the front of the envelope. Okay, and I am just using up the rest of this pack, and I only have one size left, so we're kind of just going with what we've got here today. Okay, and we're kind of connecting with the embellishments. We are connecting the two printed flower pieces with the sentiment in the middle, as well as creating an eye line on that diagonal. So it's very simple, but I think it's a beautiful card, because simple is sometimes the hardest way to go, but give you the prettiest cards, because there are no extra leftover embellishments or stamps. We just had to go with it. So that is my card using the envelope. I still do have two pieces left of the envelope to use next video, and it won't be next video, it'll be next time. So these are, I'm gonna pull that card out of the way, pull that stamp set over there. These are the three cards I made today. I did add embellishments, so I added in the iridescent faceted dots, iridescent faceted gems, and the antique pearls, because I just had to. Thank you, Margine. I'm glad you like. I'm just going to, sorry, just try and get everything out of my box. And of course, I've made my Baker's Twine unfurl. So I played with the Brighten Your Day kit. This is a brand new kit for the month of August. The kit is stunning, Nicole. Absolutely stunning. So I made 3 cards with only added embellishments. So I did follow the instructions and added the embellishments because we had to. We absolutely had to. Yes, so these are the antique pearls, and these are now on the last chance list, so they are discounted, the iridescent faceted gems. For our alternative card using the envelope, I pulled in the Delightful Wishes stamp set, and the 2 colours I used, I can't get my camera straight, were Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather. which are the colours out of that card front and the matching envelope. Okay, so that is it for my bonus video for this week. So if you've missed my videos this week, I made a card on Tuesday. What did I make a card using? Oh, I made a card using Feathered Fun on Tuesday. On Thursday, which was yesterday, I did a pre-order unboxing video. So the products I shared were from the September to December mini catalogue and the September online exclusives. So if you haven't seen those videos, please pop back and have a look at them. I will be back next week. I did promise I would use the beautiful gallery designer series paper, so I will be back next week using that paper for at least one of the videos. So have a crafty weekend and I will see you soon. Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.